Hello guys, I'm back again with another video. So as I was surfing on the internet, I saw a video that caught my attention. I think we should watch it together and learn something from this. Let's just start.
So we've been told that we should listen to our elders. We've been told that we should listen to wise people. Even scripture tells us, those who walk with wise become wise, but the companion fool suffers harm, right? Oh my God, if you walk with the wise, listen to them. But the question becomes, what if this person that we meet who's wise in their 70s has certain fears or certain losses they've had in the past that they're indirectly imposing their fears on you? What if
Please again pay attention to this.
No longer have the fire and they think smaller, but they've been around? Does that mean I should listen to them? Does that mean you should listen to them? Does that mean you should sit there and say, yeah, this person's 78 years old, I should listen to them? Well, if you knew what you knew, the average person they interview in their old folks' homes, they would spend more time with this or they would do that. Are they right? Maybe they made a mistake. Maybe that's not the case for everybody. So who is telling the truth? Who should we listen to? What's the moral of the story here? Sometimes in life, you can come up and you have certain dreams in your life and you don't know it. Your friends, your family, your teachers, your professors, maybe they had a fear. Maybe they had a setback. Maybe they made a bad mistake. Maybe they're worried you're going to make the same mistake as them. And so they impose their fear on you, but you don't know it. You're just coming up. You're 28 years old. You're 22 years old. You're 18 years old. You're 38 years old. You're 47 years old. It doesn't matter. Then all of a sudden you feel judgment. You get married. Your wife's family starts saying to you, you work too much. You shouldn't work this hard. This is too much time away from everybody. You should take a break. Well, who cares about all this business stuff you're running? You're like, what are you talking about? Do you even know what our vision is as a family? Do you know what our dream is? But what if you're not that strong about your vision? What if you're not that clear about your vision? What if you're kind of in the middle? You're like, oh my God, you can be swayed. And all of a sudden, maybe they're right, and boom, you go this way. Oh, maybe these guys are right. And you keep going like this. How about you put your foot down and say, no, this is my vision. I love you. I thank you for you sharing your experiences with me, but I sense a little bit of fear. We had a moment this past week while we're in DC. We're going through this entire session. There's people that are doing $200 million a year with David Consulting. Some are doing 100 million, some are doing 50 million. And there was one small business in the room that was the smallest, doing a couple million a year. And while we're talking to all these CEOs that are driving, we're doing the disc test and all this other stuff, one of them is like, well, you should give that person a chance. And all this person wants to do is be loyal to you. And all this person wants to do this. And it was all positive thinking. And I stopped the meeting and I asked this person a question. And I said, how old are you? He gives me his age. I said, I don't blame you for thinking that way at that age. He says, well, you wouldn't be thinking that if you had a heart attack, you were on your deathbed. I said, listen, man, I want to believe you, but let me tell you who's my dad. My dad's had 13 heart attacks. He's 82 years old. And good luck trying to slow that man down. You know what my dad's mindset is? When he had a heart attack, to live longer, is to double down the amount of work he was doing, to not feel sorry for himself. Do you know I'm 46 years old on our flight back? I'm talking to my kids. They're with me. I said, hey, Dilly, Tico, I got a question for you guys. What's that? Tell me how many times you've heard Papa complain about his health. Never. How does Papa walk? He always walks like this. What happens if Papa stands up? He stands up like this. His intestines come out because it's torn here. He wraps it up so it doesn't come out because he doesn't want to make you uncomfortable. So he walks like this because if you walk, you'll always see him going like this. You know how many times my dad complains about his health? This many times. You don't have 22-year-olds complaining all the time about the smallest thing. You don't have 38-year-olds complaining all the time. You know how we're 40, I'm 46 years old, I'm 6'4", 6'5". I'm 240 pounds, my back sometimes. Every time I even want to think about saying anything, I look at my dad, I'm like, dude, guess what, guy? What? You got 36 more years of you can't complain because that guy's 82. And what are you bitching about? So in life, it's very tricky who you watch because sometimes the people that love you the most, who've been like that for 7 years, could fool you. And you can fall for that trap. Sometimes you read a book, you're like, well, this guy wrote a book. He must know everything. Who says? I've read a lot of books I used to read back in the days when I was 18, 19, 20, 22 years old, 25 years old. I eventually realized this guy's entire motto was just to make money selling books. None of this stuff does he believe in. And then I would read autobiographies by guys that kept going and had a big vision. I'm like, damn, this guy's legit. There's something different about this guy. I don't want to have somebody else because their fears, small thinking, anything that they had that dropped their vision. They're like, well, no. You don't want to make that mistake and spend more time. No, maybe you're not organized. Maybe you're not that intentional. Maybe you don't generate good things out of a relationship as much as somebody else may do. Imagine if somebody who's Elon Musk's dad and say, no, don't do that because what if you fail? I want to go on the land on the moon and I want to build something over there. You're out of your mind. No, what do you want to do with this car? Are you crazy? Who do you think you are? I think I can do it. This is the automotive industry. You want to go against the mob of Ford and Chevrolet and Toyota and BMW and Mercedes? Who the hell you think you are, Elon? I don't know. I just think I could do it. Now, listen, Not worth it. They're going to devour you. They're going to hire lobbyists to destroy your life. And what if that wise counsel that's given, what if that person has some credibility? What if this person's worth $500 million that's telling Elon this? But $500 million, I did it just because of money and buy a nice house and spend time golfing 5-6 days a week. What if that's not Elon's vision? What if Elon thinks bigger than that? What if Elon now is worth $300 billion? What if it's not even money for him? He lives in a small little place. What if Elon really has a clear vision that's bigger than everybody else? Sometimes even wise counsel that thinks smaller can hurt you. You have to be very aware. This is very hard to do, by the way, because some of these guys that are giving you the advice, they're good people. Sincerely, they're good people. They're good fathers. They're good husbands. But they're just done, and they don't want to go at the pace you want to go anymore. So their pacing slows down, and you go a little bit too fast, and then they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Never forget, I watched a movie, Go Pre, story of Prefontaine. The moment someone, whoa, 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 he would push him back. He would pull him back. What if you got somebody that thinks bigger than you? And what if you think bigger than that person? Don't ever, and I mean ever, let anybody, including blood, don't ever let anybody make you think smaller than you, especially if their example is of slowing down and becoming content. Even if that person shares the same last name as you, they're not gonna want you to watch this video, but I'm just being straight up with you. Because this average little kid who was supposed to go in the army and do 20 years and get out at 38 years old and go be a cop or a firefighter and do that for the rest of his life, I fell in love with a vision and a mission. And the rest is history. Something happened this last week in DC that inspired me to share the story with you. For the right person, I think it changed your life. For the wrong person, you stopped watching 5 minutes ago. If you got value out of this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you've never seen the video, How Tough Are You? Click here to watch it. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
So, I mean, I think you should comment what you learned from this video in the comment section below. I mean, I learned a lot of things. You're not supposed to complain, and then again, we are not supposed to listen to people who, you know, have limiting beliefs on themselves. And one thing that I mostly do is not because I am prideful, or it's not because I am arrogant, but then there's an infection with you associating with the people who are unlucky and unhappy, right? And I read this in the 48 Laws of Power as like an infection, right? So whenever you find people like that, yeah, you can love them from a distance, but then you don't get closer to them because, you know, they are always full of infections and, you know, recycling their problems and always talking about what didn't work for them. For me, when something doesn't work, you just let it go and you focus on something else. Like, you can constantly, you know, learn how to evolve. Like, we are here to evolve. Like, we don't stay kids for the longest time, right? We were kids and we evolved to be who we are right now. So if something is not going on well for you, if a business is not going on well for you, if a situation is not going on well for you, you evolve, right? You learn to become the person who, you know, have all his circumstances under control. And I mean, I feel this video was a very, very great video that I should share with you guys. And I mean, I believe you got some value out of this, so I'm glad to share this. More love, less ego. Love is still the answer, and ego is the enemy. Adios, amigos. Bye.